Hey, welcome back. I'm Dr. Adjua Yayra, and here we talk about how to leave the U.S. safely, strategically, a well thought out plan. I'm glad you guys are back. This video, we're going to talk about how to leave the U.S. safely and what most people get wrong. You guys will see me looking down because I want to make sure that I cover everything in this video and that I don't lose track. Let's talk about why more people are thinking about leaving the United States, but what most people definitely don't realize and what a lot of us are getting wrong, right? And that's how. How do we do this? Calmly, thought out, safely, well prepared. We do that by planning. A lot of planning has to go into that. So there's a few things when you start looking at that we're going to discuss in this video. We're going to talk about what it really means to leave the US safely, legally, financially, and with peace of mind. Okay? So, again, as I said, if we haven't met yet, my name is Dr. Adjua Yayra. I'm an author, I'm a life coach, and a creator and founder of the Diaspora Gateway. And what we do is we help people get their own strategic plan specifically to their needs on how to do this thing. Okay. So I'll leave some links for you guys to be able to go and follow me on the Diaspora Gateway. All right. So a lot of people feel overwhelmed. I know I felt very overwhelmed when I came back. And I have a little cheat sheet. What do I mean by that? My husband is Ghanaian. So I wasn't going to Ghana blind. There are a lot of people that definitely are going blind. Um, it works for some people it doesn't, but I didn't really go blind. But the first time I went to Ghana, I spent 42 days there. And it was very important for me to stay with the locals. It was important for me to live where they live, eat what they eat, transportation. I wanted to know exactly what it felt like day to day if I were to make this decision, right? I didn't know if I was going to like it, all those things. So I was able to go and try on before I made that decision. And it definitely helped me. I do advise people if that's something you can do that. If it's not, there's people that do it blind. I don't necessarily say that you should, but there's help for you if that's a decision that you've made, right? So let's see. I do know that a lot of people are still in the romance stage that I talk to. They are on social media and they are watching videos and they feel like they are ready to go based on the video. And what do I mean by that? They're like packing their bags, selling everything, hopping on a plane, and they are out of here. That's not really how it works, right? There's so much more that goes into that. What type of visa are you getting when you leave here? There's a lot of people leaving on a tour visa knowing that they are not coming back anytime soon. Is that what you should be doing? No. Does it does it work? There's some people that's done it, some people that are doing it. But you want to set yourself up right with immigration. You don't ever want to get on the bad side of immigration. So if you know in advance that that's what you're doing, then there's a certain type of visa that you need to get, and it's not a tourist visa. Okay. So we're going to talk about all of that. We dive really deep into that, but there's steps that we need to talk about before we get to that point. Let's talk about financing and housing. When it comes to financing, if you're going to Ghana, you need to look at the US dollar compared to the Ghana city. It's great. It does fluctuate, but it's good. So you're in a good position. But what do your finances look like? Are you still going to have US money coming in? There's no jobs there. What business are you going to be in? How are you going to live? How are you going to live day to day? Those are discussions that you need to be having before you just land and you realize, oh, I'm not going to just have a job. Many of you now we work online, we do things of that. So yes, but again, you need to know exactly what that looks like for you, and we can help you with that. Housing. I mentioned that I wanted to stay with the locals. So I wanted to know what it was like. I wanted to know what it was like to live where the locals live, eat what the locals eat, and just everyday day life. I didn't go to Ghana for the party. Now, I did go during what they call the Dickie December and but I was there 42 days. So I was there before, during, and after because I stayed all the way into January, mid-January. But you want to go when it's everyday life. If you're one of the people that's saying, I need to go there first, you definitely want to go when it's everyday life and see what that's like for you. See what the temperature is like, what the housing is like. Those are things that you're going to want to know. Food, where would I shop? What will I eat? Those type of things, right? Let's talk about the mental and emotional well-being. Oh my gosh. This part right here, I'm going to spend a lot of time on, guys. When I'm digging into these videos and we're doing consults, I spend a lot of time on the emotional side of it because that emotional side is so important. For us seasoned individuals, you're leaving a lot of life over here. You have adult children. Some of us have grandchildren, right? So what does that look like? The conversations you need to be having. With today's technology, you can see each other every day. Videos, WhatsApp, FaceTime. We have all these tools that we can utilize. And most of us in the States, when we're on that hamster wheel, right? So we don't really see our families like that anyway. I have adult children I see every couple of years because everyone is doing their own thing. They lived in different states. It's, that's just where we are in life. It's in here in the West. So those are conversations that you definitely want to be having with your family, with yourself. You need to be praying about it. I'm going to say it again. You need to be praying about it and getting guidance, wisdom, instruction. Okay, because leaving without a preparation, it can cost you. It can cost you, not just with immigration. It can cost you more than you expect. So you want to make sure that you're doing those things. There are a few core areas everyone needs to think about before relocating abroad, and we touched on many of those. But one of the things that I've put together is an assessment. It's called a readiness assessment, and what that assessment does is it's going to some questions that I put together based on my own experiences, the experiences of my husband, and what it's going to do is you're going to answer those questions and you're going to put a number at the end of them. It's going to add a score up and it's going to tell you how ready you are. If you're not ready, you're a little ready, you're middle ways ready, or you're not ready, or you're ready. It's going to tell you all of that, right? It's going to break it down for you. And that assessment is free. It is absolutely free. I remember when I was really online and I was surfing and I was looking, there was and I'm not knocking anyone that charges, okay? But I just needed some basic information. I got you. Okay. I got you. Again, I spent time in Ghana and I built relationships and I have that little cheat sheet of my husband. So we have relationships that we built while we were there. Once we realized that God was calling us to leave and go to Ghana. I want to make sure I make that clear. So I don't have affiliates with anyone, but I can help lead and guide you to places where I personally have purchased land. Um, and you know that you're in good hands, right? So I can help guide you in that direction. If you need an attorney, if you need a builder, you need land, definitely have made some great connections and can help you in that area. Again, not affiliated, but definitely can steer you in the right direction where you'll be in good hands. Okay. I realized very quickly that most people don't need the hype right now. We don't need hype. We've been romance, we've been on all the social media, we've had all the hype. Right now, we need to know how to do this. There's a lot of things going on in the West that a lot of us are like, had enough, I'm ready to go. Some of us it's just spiritual. Some of us just want this is what you've always thought about doing. There's many reasons why a lot of us are leaving the US. But again, it has to be thought out, it has to be planned and it needs to be practical and it needs to fit your lifestyle. That's the key, your lifestyle. Again, I'm going to put those links below so that you can take the readiness assessment, find out where you are um, in your walk in regards to leaving. And I guess what I want to say is remember that true readiness, it isn't just about passports and plans. It's about being prepared, right? In every way. And when I say that, I mean for your journey, including the internal journey. Many of you know that I am a minister. I'm not just a coach, an author. I am also a minister, a chaplain, and your soul, your internal part of everything, it matters to me. So again, I'm Dr. Adjua Yayra. I'm helping you build your life abroad while reminding you that you are eternally loved and called to be ready in every aspect of your life. Okay. So until next time, bye. Bye for now.